Welcome to the WCTC Library. In this video, we'll go over how to find company information from their website for your consumer products marketing project. When you're on the library website, we have a tab right here that says Library Guides. And these are guides with a bunch of different resources that are beneficial for different classes or topics. So we're going to scroll down to Marketing. And then once we're in the Marketing Guide, we're going to click on Consumer Products Marketing Project. And this has a bunch of different databases and websites that could be useful for this project. There's also a section right here that says Using Company Websites that has some tips you can use when looking at the company websites. To find the company website, you can just Google their name. So I'm going to look at Nordstrom, and so then I can find their website. And once I'm on their website, I then want to look for things like their vision statement, their mission statement, their financial information, and their company history. A lot of times they'll have what they're selling at the top of the page, so a lot of times you can find this information near the bottom of the page, but it can vary depending on the company or the website design. The About Us section is usually a good place to look, so we're going to click on About Us. And now we can scroll down along the side, and then we can see they have a company history here. So then we can see they have a nice detailed company history that we can use. And then we also want to find some financial information. And a lot of times that will be under sections that say Investor Relations, like here, or it can sometimes be under Financials. So now on the Investor Relations page, we can scroll down. And we can see they have their earnings just from a quarter, but we want a whole year overview. So we can look for things like the annual report, and the annual report will give a nice overview of what they had to submit for the year. And then there's also something called SEC filings. So every year the company has to submit something to the SEC that's called a 10K. That is also an overview of all of their financial information for the year. So sometimes you'll see things that say SEC filings, and then you'll look for things that say 10K. Or you can also look for the words annual report. So here we can click on the 2023 annual report. And once you're in the annual report, they can be quite long and you're not going to want to read the whole thing. So there's two things you can do to find the information you need. You can either scroll down and find the table of contents and then go to the section you're interested in. So if I want financial statements, I can see right here and I could go right to that section. Or you can also always use Control F and search for words like sales or international sales or profits, and then try to find the section where that's located. And now we're going to look at another company website. So we're going to look at Harley-Davidson. And so we can see the top usually is where they're going to sell things. But if we scroll to the bottom, they have About Us right here. So we could click on our company. And then we can see that they have their mission and their vision and a little bit about themselves. They also do have financials here, so I could go to those SEC filings right there. Or I could also go back to the Harley-Davidson website, and I can see they have investors right here. So they do investors instead of investor relations. And so now on the investor relations page, we can scroll down and we want to look for words like annual report, SEC filings, or 10K. So if we scroll down, you can see we're not really seeing that annual report. So let's try SEC filings. And then there's a bunch of different kinds and you can filter. So you can do by year or you can do form types. So we want annual ones. So we can click on annual file. And then we have right here their 10K. And this is the annual report and that would be the most recent one. So we can open that. And then we can see here, if we scroll down a little bit, we have that table of contents. So we can look for those financial statements, or we can always do Control F and search for words. Each website is a little different depending on how the company arranges it, but you can often find the information near the bottom of the page in the About Us section, and you can find financial information in sections that are titled Investor, Investor Relations, or Finances. And many times you'll be looking for words like Annual Report, SEC Filings, or 10K. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on the library website.